Hey everybody, in this video, things are gonna get a little weird. Why are they gonna get a little weird? We're gonna do a list of movies from this guy.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Now, in case you don't know who this guy is, it's David Lynch. And David Lynch is a renowned filmmaker and artist known for his surreal, unsettling styles that blend dreamlike imagery with dark psychological themes. In other words, his movies are weird as shit. But given that he's recently passed away, we figured this was a great time for us to do a list of David Lynch movies to celebrate his work and his life. So stick around here for a list of David Lynch movies here on Movie of the Week.
Oh man, let's watch and unlock the fun. Movie of the week, we'll watch each one. Action, comedy, drama galore. Come on, Matt, you won't be bored.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe. Welcome back to Movie of the Week. We got a pretty unique list this week. It's going to be all David Lynch films. And some of you may be asking, who the hell is David Lynch? I know I was back when he passed away recently. Heard the name before, never knew who he really was. I was actually getting him mixed up with the other guy who passed away a few years ago, Anthony Bourdain. I thought maybe this guy was a chef or something like that, but it turns out he's a filmmaker. And since he recently passed away, we figured this is a good time for us to put out a list of David Lynch movies to celebrate his life and his work. Now, I've never seen any of his movies. Actually, no, I watched one the other night. I watched Eraserhead. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I've never seen any of his movies prior to this week, and neither has Matt. Matt's never seen any of these movies at all. Very curious to know what we're gonna have in store for him based off how everybody votes. However, after watching Eraserhead, I'm a little bit more afraid of what we may have in store for Matt.
Stop it, please, I beg you!
So some of you guys may be completely unfamiliar with David Lynch's work. I know I was. I gave Eraserhead a watch as a trial run just to see what we would have in store. And I'm gonna have to say that this is probably one of his more edgier films. And by edgy, I'm pretty sure they mean completely batshit off the wall. I went into this movie completely, totally blind. The only thing I knew was the cover. The dude with his head, God, what's the guy's name? Henry's face on the cover with this big ass Eraserhead hairdo. I remember back in the day walking through the video rental store and would see that on the shelf and thinking, what the heck is that? Watched it the other night and still walked away thinking, what the heck was that? Now, David Lynch has some other movies out there. Some of them were quite popular, and he also had a TV show called Twin Peaks. The only thing I know about Twin Peaks was a couple of references that The Simpsons had made back in their golden era.
Brilliant! I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
So given that I didn't know anything about David Lynch, we had to go do a little research and look up exactly who this guy was, what kind of movies he had out there, and had to decide which movies that we were going to pick. We also had to take into consideration what kind of movies would Matt like. So now that we've gone over the type of movies that we're looking to pick out for Matt, let's get into this week's list. So for this week's list, we decided to go with the more popular of David Lynch's films. I know Twin Peaks was a really big show for him. A lot of people liked that one. However, it's a TV show. This is movie of the week, not TV of the week. It'll be show of the week. TV show of the week. Yeah, we're not doing that. Maybe sometime later in the future, if Matt ever loses his job, we could totally do that, and he'll have enough time to start watching these things. But into this week's list, one of the first movies that we have is the one that I described earlier, and it's a movie about a guy named Henry Spencer who's trying to survive his industrial environment, his angry girlfriend, and his unbearable screams of his newborn mutant child. That's what the movie is listed as, and I watched it, and those things do happen, but I still don't know what the hell the movie was about. That movie is Eraserhead. Now, the next movie on the list is one that I've heard of before but never seen as well. This movie is about a young man on an investigation after a severed ear is found out in the field. His investigation leads him to a beautiful, mysterious nightclub singer and a group of psychotic criminals who have kidnapped her child. And that movie is Blue Velvet. Now, the next movie on the list is about a disfigured man who lives as a circus sideshow freak, and about the Victorian surgeon who tries to rescue him from that lifestyle. The only thing I know about this movie is that I think there was a rumor back in the 90s that Michael Jackson was trying to get by this guy's bones, which led me to believe that he was a real person And having said that now, I don't know if he actually was a real person or Michael Jackson was just being crazy trying to buy something that didn't exist. But that movie is going to be The Elephant Man. Now, the final movie on the list is about a woman who gets amnesia after a car wreck, and she sets out to learn what happened to her with the help of a wannabe actress. Now, this movie is Mulholland Drive. Now, just like all the other David Lynch movies, I have heard of this one, but never seen it. And based off the clips, again, it seemed like it's a relatively normal movie. However, I thought Eraserhead was also going to be a normal movie too. So, God knows what these other movies are going to be like. So those are all the David Lynch movies that we have for this week's list. Which one do you think Matt should watch next? Which one do you think he'd find the most interesting? The link to vote will be in the description here. And also for those of you curious to know, Matt had watched There's Something About Mary this past weekend and he posted up his review in Letterboxd. The link for that will also be in the description below. So that's all the time that we have for this week's video. Don't forget to check out Matt's Letterboxd review. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. But mostly, don't forget to vote. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time on Movie of the Week.
We're here to help you catch those memes. Blockbuster dreams, big movie screens. Oh man, let's watch and unlock the fun. Movie of the week, we'll watch each one. Action, comedy, drama galore. Come on, Matt, you